Okay. This is the first time I have pretty much ever done a live stream. The only thing is, I'm looking at the live stream and it shows that it is completely blank. There's no way, right? It's just blank? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Sick. Awesome. Welcome, guys, to the MSI prep series, the last series I have to cover, which is, of course, China. I've done everything else. This is all that I have left. And I mean, we'll just get straight into it, I guess. So we have Gwen versus Rumble. And Gwen always goes exhaust. It's just how it goes. We have Vi Sejuani. Sejuani with two melee picks and a Braum. So they have a lot of CC. They have initiation. They have pretty reasonable side laning. Aurora is a pretty common pick into Yone, but like Aurora priority has dropped a bit. So it's interesting to see people still going for it. And I have not watched nearly as much Chinese League of Legends, so yeah, I have not really watched much AL, especially at this moment of AL. Corky Rel. We'll see what they do with the swaps. I'm not exactly sure if they're gonna really... if they're gonna go for it or not. So we're doing top the bot. Holy shit. This guy just went in there, man. Usually you would never do this, by the way. It's like you would rel W away, not in. So that was pretty fucking nuts that he just did that. That's like a... Dude, it's like showing who's boss. But yeah, the matchup's not like the most kind. Like, the enemy has to basically int. The mid matchup is kind of obnoxious for Yone, that's for sure. Okay, so they got info. The wave is coming back in. So they opted to trade. This guy's moving away from the crab, which is very common. The Gwen gave up some of her control because she decided to ward and not actually sit on the wave still. But in the end of the day, it's fine because... I mean, like, unless he's gonna make a play on the Rumble, then it doesn't really matter. So, because, like, if you look here, like, the wave is pulling out, right? So she's gonna come up here and look for a play. He can do it, but again, if the Rumble kind of just... especially, like, her they're already being half HP, if this does not convert, which it probably never will, it'll just be a flash, the Sedge will be way up, like, way further ahead in tempo. And that would be... oh, incredibly bad. Incredibly bad for the game. Holy, there's no way they just got that.
We get a bot lane reset from either of these guys. I'm just wondering if we get any.
Woohoo! Elk just overstepped. Oh, that is so rough. That is so rough. I gotta say though, these guys are doing a good job in bot lane.
I mean, hell, this should just set up for Kyle and hope to take the recalls on.
That was good. That was actually really good by like, the fact that they got this punish. Holy shit. I mean, you notice the Seju's literally... the Sejuani can't even do her wolves because she's just a little worried that they might get dove. So she's here to help, but they're gonna have to base, sack, and this guy TP top. In a lot of cases, you probably swap because your jungler already finished the bot camps. And since you, like, lost both sums this way, you can't really do a lot. And swapping with the Rumble going bot, not that bad, honestly. But they don't do it. So they're gonna be... we'll see how the matchup goes, I guess. But it's gonna really suck if AL can legit just take... that was very nice. Oh shit, that was very nice. Because they have first move on mid. Right, first move on mid. The Corky's just getting to this now. They kind of need to do the bot wave first before they start the drag, so it's kind of Tarzan's mistake. And they know this guy's in here. So bravo to them for actually catching this guy out. No flash. And then, yeah, they tried to convert it into one more. Couldn't. Been unable to convert. Full sums traded. Good for them. Good for them. The second he sees this taken, he already knows, yeah, the top camps are open, so... It looks like Knight is scouting and he sees that this guy is over the wall, contesting these camps. Brom's a little late. They're first on the Gwen pushing out bot. So, Dragon for red, not the worst, honestly. I don't feel too bad about that. I do feel bad that this Corki's kind of just railing the top turret, though. And that shouldn't really happen. Because the Rel died. And so once you crash this, the Gwen is low. You know the grubs are coming up. They should think about swaps. They should. And once they show, it's like, well, shit, we're kind of late to this play now, BLG. That's bad. And who's going top? It should just be the Rumble and send Yon bot. To be honest. Like, that would be the easiest solution at this point. And Yon would just, like, not get his base. Like, yeah, sure, like, it sucks that he can't buy, but, like, he just won't get his base. Because losing 2 plates top, losing a wave, that's really, really bad. Like, that can't happen. So their lane allocations, like, their lane assignments were bad. And now they're playing on the back foot. The only thing I don't like by AL is that even though Gwen moves up, I don't think he should full shift. I mean, to be honest, like, he probably should just... Can he fight the Rumble? Like, is that a thing for him? Because I really... They don't have TPs to answer bot. And so I really just don't like the fact that, like, they're going from turning this into 2 plates, wave denial, 3 grubs, to... Oh, he doesn't really hit that much. Sorry. He didn't even hit the wave that much, so it's really good. Even if you lose your Raptors, who gives a shit? Losing red and a kill would be pretty awful, though. I mean, the Rel's moving to look for this. The Aurora can always skip the wave and move over. And same with the Gwen.
Yeah, he's able to come back in here and now, eventually get to the point where, I mean, he's been really good in this 4PL season long.
Ooh, they're pulling the bot lane over. Gwen has a flank.
Glacial Prison on to Tarzan, already at half HP. The Equalizer doing
Really can't convert that, huh?
Ooh, they're pulling the bot lane over. Gwen has a flank.
I don't know, this really turned iffy, didn't it? Because once they have this done, the Aurora should just go top. No? Like, especially with the Lucian showing mid, should the Aurora not just go top at this point? Match into the Yone. The Gwen's gonna run all the way bot. The Corki's gonna go mid. He just got full conditions. It really doesn't make sense to send Corki back top at all by AL. So now AL makes their own mistake, which makes this awkward. Because it's like Corki versus Yone, and then they're gonna drop top wave if Corki bases. And luckily enough... Oh, do they get out? Oh, dude. I mean, I think he's assuming he's dead here. Which he probably is. So he's just expelling his R, and they're going all in. Oof. They also had... Dude, they had Yone TP coming up soon. I guess it's just Elk's fault, isn't it? Because Elk doesn't have to go in this way at all. I mean, Elk literally could just E this way and R, and that's probably good enough, too. So he kind of just lost a whole bunch of HP for free. Sucks. And they know the Gwen is coming up. Because, like, literally, if he did this ulti play on anyone else, it would be bad. it's only Elk where this play could actually be good. So they kind of just cleaned that up really nicely. In the end of the day, AL. So we went from a mistake by BLG to a mistake by AL to a mistake by Elk. And Elk has made 2 major mistakes this game.
Yeah, he's trying to get some of that bad boy stats going on. He's told himself. Put young guys, of course, utilize the fastest amount for like go into beyond reason maker. I will say, I love the maker on Aurora, so I'm curious if he actually sits on it or will build it. But the young guys himself, pick up the shanks. That's really strong for this dragon fight.
The Simons are like kind of odd. But it is beneficial for Corki to actually get solo XP.
Yeah.
Like very beneficial. Like the further he gets along to his ulti stack at his ulti levels, which are just like a lot more like 80% for the scaling, like the better.
Like Rumble's waiting the TP, and I think that fighting Rumble at this point is really scary. Yeah, here comes Ben, Andre too. All right, here we go.
The only thing is, so if you look at this contest, they got 4 people here, right? And so the Rumble's TPing, so they're gonna have 5. Which, I mean, okay, so you're 5 strong. Usually this would be fine if this was the only front they're dealing with, but they have Shanks coming from here, they have someone coming from here, and then you have their 3 squad here, right? So you're either initiating on the 3, which is like the most ideal thing you can do at this point. Like you just go in, right? If you don't, and you kind of sit in this pocket, they're gonna lose. Like they'll 100% lose this fight. So they have to go forward.
All right, well, we're going.
So let's see what happens. Oh my god, it was so quick.
Here comes Ben, Andre too.
It was so quick.
Like,
they need to go now. Honestly. Like, but they both have flash, and your engage is literally Sejuar. So they're gonna dodge it. But they just have to go. He just has to start initiating it and go forward. Once they saw Aurora on behind them. Because they don't. And so now we got this guy going on you first. And now the Aurora is going to be completely untouched. If you try to go forward, you're going to the Corki, who's going to backpedal. If you go backwards, you're running into Shanks. Like, it's bad. It's really bad.
That second dragon, Kyle finds a 2-man
Ouch. Ouch.
He locks down now and secures the feat support barrel ready for AL.
Yeah, I mean, at least they got the drag. Like, I mean, that's like the only thing they got out of that, but ouch. And so now Vi just needs to mount. Okay, top camps are up. You know, that's where I want to progress. 2 minutes till Herald. We're going over there. Damn, dude, he went so quick. They did not wait a second to dance on that. They knew they had a good angle. Rough. Are they swapping the Aurora bot for TP? They are. The Gwen's a bit late to topside, so they're gonna take a hit on waves. But by doing so, they do align their TPs first. So Aurora technically gets the push on bot first, which means now technically initiating a play right now would be good, especially wave-wise, so these guys have to get out of the river. They're not allowed to be in the river.
He's just been able to kind of lead this team to victory all season.
Ideally, like, I wonder if they actually know this, by the way, because I would fight on the pink. Oh, but the Corki goes for the red. I hate that. This is like this is the one timer, by the way, the one timer to. I guess the Rumble did shift because he had first push, right? But do I want to take it? Is it better to wait for one more wave?
He's just been able to kind of lead this team really strong and profound.
I guess technically if the Gwen is still on top,
not only with his
it's definitely worthwhile to wait. In the end.
He's just been able to kind of lead this team to victory all season.
Because if you go now, yes, the Gwen's gonna come late. You do have a better TP situation for Aurora versus Yon, but he will match regardless. Now the Gwen gets a turn, which should result, in theory, should result Again, I really don't like that Corki still did the red though, because he's like literally late to mid wave. So that's why like they're just like, well, we're already late to it. But it was Gwen's turn to kind of get the mid wave over them, and so they make a switch. Their switch is literally okay. We had this control here, right? Because it's our Gwen move. So we could either take this first, or we could take this first. We're already late to this because Corki went to red, so our only play now is the topside one. Unfortunately for Bin, who has no flash, he didn't think about that, and so he dies. And they burned Yone TP. So they lost Yone TP, so now this guy's gonna rail bot. And now this also means that technically, if they don't want to, like, they don't have to go all in on the Herald, but if they do contest, the Aurora TP comes through. It's a 5v4. So, wow, Bin really screwed that up.
As you highlighted, has a good start here for Tarzan Grace. And again, that 6 finals loss rate really feel like this might be his best chance. His AL team in the finals was now probably our most consistent performer really throughout the 2 splits within the teams we've had in the LPL. And of course, H1, minus his first final, definitely is a huge level up.
Lord have mercy. God, they have such good setup situations, AL. Like, if you look at BLG, there's a couple things. One, they should not be burning the drag. They should be pulling the drag, and then they can cover this area, and it's way better. But they're not pulling the drag. So they're stuck in the pit, which is the worst situation they can have. They don't know where Gwen is. Gwen goes in. At the same time, Kyle goes in. It's just so bad, man. I mean, like, that's just like a Hail Mary by BLG, too. Like, they literally just picked up the ball, and they're like, you know what? We're fucked this game. Let's just send it. And that was it. That was the plan there. There was no good setup. Like, there was no forethought on, like, how are we gonna fight this? They just went all in on it, and they just got wrecked. That is crazy. That's really crazy that they just did that. Stop. Keep the try well protected. Don't have it just started right away. Literally look to push them off. Make sure they can't get the mid wave. Just toying with Otacon. Burned his ulti. Now this shit becomes incredibly free because you played it slow. Giving respect to bot situation. Still not committing because Dragon is coming up now. So instead of just committing your resources and time to Otacon, it's like, okay, slow down. Drag's coming up. That's more important.
I think it's, yes, like, right, we were talking about, there's probably just Knight's ultimate, maybe there's an angle there, but you can see there are little trepidations of where exactly they have no second war for Kyle. So I can understand caution from them. They recognize that it's like really tenuous number one.
Dude, they are actually, okay, but they are actually just completely ruining BLG this game. Like, if you look at this situation even, these guys have firm control of this area. So you have to fight inward. Problem is, their comp is good when you're trying to funnel in and fight them this way, right? Like, you're good when you have flanks. So what do? Well, since this is not spawning just yet, like, it's soon, but not just yet, what if we just, like, shoved mid down again? Like, rotate here, start pressuring this, so now you're like, well, I guess we gotta do this. Well, now, once you finally commit to this zone, the Gwen will come behind. Then they will come forward, and now we're back in another situation where, like, you have people coming from various angles, and you're stuck here, and you can't play that way with this comp. This comp is good going one direction. You're good at going one direction, not facing multiple threats. And from, like, different areas, right?
You see that there were a little trepidations of where exactly they have no second war for Kyle. So I think I can understand.
So they can't commit to it. And then they're like, okay, well, I guess we'll commit to, like, defending mid, right? We'll go around. We'll defend mid this way because the Gwen is stuck falling.
I think that.
But he didn't commit his R to Aurora. Like, he didn't even, like, just flash play. Like, honestly, like, literally, if you just, like, an instant play, maybe it could work.
BLG's been, oh wait,
But this guy goes right in again, and if I'm looking at Elk,
I think that BLG's been, oh wait,
like, Elk actually literally cannot dodge this because he took the blast count.
we're going in.
So he gets tapped. They lose all their HP. And that's it. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. They are just having one hell of a game. Jesus. They have very good fight takes. Very, very good fight takes. And not only do they have good fight takes, but once they see that that there's clearly like a winning, like it's a winning situation, they go. Like there's not a lot of wasted time, and that's pretty spooky. This is like probably the first time where they've actually made some big mistakes. But look at this. We pushed out bot. The Gwen's moving over. We're not on mid wave, and we're in the river. This is probably like an egregious thing to do. Like, playing in the river, but you don't have this, even though you shifted this guy over. It's not that complex. Literally, just get the mid wave and go over. So, kind of an int. Of course, they're going to go all in for it. He does the vibe buffer. The Rel tries to get the Lucian, but it's very poorly done. The Corki kind of overcommits. Does kill him, though. Super low, though. Still gets out. And mostly this fight's won off the fact that they're just very ahead. So it ends up being fine for AL because, I mean, one, Tarzan outplayed them, but two, yeah, they're just really ahead. But it was definitely a worthy, like, attempt by BLG. Yeah, I mean, it's over. That's literally it. That's actually just the first game. They ran them. They completely ran them in terms of just fight takes. Like, honestly, they literally won off fight takes. Like, that was it. AL was better in the fight takes. I would say MVP of the first game. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. This guy literally just had such a killer game. I mean, he had really, like, just massive plays happening. Yeah, it was really good. Unfortunately, for me, it's probably Elk. Like, watching this game, like, he made some pretty bad mistakes this game. And putting him in the hole right away, especially when they were doing well in the beginning. And then once he screws up the first time, it dampens things, and then he screwed up again, which, like, just, it's just very unfortunate.
It's a good start.
I think they start to look toward
MF, you know, it's coming out. I know the Jin struggles to Sion, but I do think that best of there's not damage to tank, we can play around it. I think the range management has BLG here. The only play with Jin W is off the back range to take MF. This could be like for me, if Jin is back for range manager, yes, that'd be really tanky. As a team, I think they always watch here.
So, I mean, they have a Scion into Mbessa, which is not great. It's definitely a game that Bin can do a lot of work in. I do kind of like the comp that BLG ended up landing on. I mean, of course, if AL, like, just exposes mid big time, then doesn't matter, right? But personally, yeah, I kind of like BLG's comp more.
Yeah, there are neutralizing tools like popping into the early RPG. They're just so open for that can be issued from 3 screens away, right? You have Silent Ultimate, you have the turn call, you have Pilot, that charge on the background carries, have to do a lot of work. So overall, Legends have a lot of tools to work with, but they don't. You know, succeed in finding the space, finding engines on side, and could be a little bit detrimental for them. BLG, even up our series at 1-4.
Ooh, okay, so you know, could be because level 1 if you're watching the T1 KT series earlier. We understand that, and T1 3-1, congrats on that on the victory. Game 1 did start with Join, playing the Scion. He cheesed this rush level 1.
Let's see how they handle it.
They're boring up the team, right?
Like, there's some very dangerous shit that can happen or Knight in this game. I mean, it's Rise, point and click EW, point and click stun on Pantheon. Just has to avoid those situations in the beginning of the game. He's padding for the Scion. I do like that BLG did ward around mid, just in case some kind of level 3 look would happen. And he also did not play just to try to shove out the Rise, so again, he's playing to protect himself, not run into a bad situation.
Really nicely done there by Kyle. It does force the flash on. Respond to by Hope's line. Pull the starter straight back and forth overall. Pretty good attack. However, it needs to over 70 here.
Oh, spot too. That's nice. Full shot after start out of the wave. Not down the top. These words on time. And it looks like Tarzan takes it so. Player kind of well. Back control. Oh, back shot. Gonna be a lot of damage.
Okay, that is not ideal. That is really not ideal. So Hope.
Nice cancel.
Yeah, really nicely done there by Kyle.
So very well played by BLG to get him low. He's too low, they're scared. They attempt to dive the Nautilus before Jin comes, knowing that Pantheon's not here.
Might be in trouble. Oh, great aftershock.
Gonna be a lot of damage.
Oh, it's the Jin W, bro. It's the Jin W. But also when they're starting this... Dude, the Poppy E'd. Oh my god. The Poppy E's in as the Nautilus Qs, and he doesn't get the wall bang. Because this should in theory work. It should in theory work. It's a little spooky just because Jin, he's coming a little late. And you end up seeing the Jin W being kind of annoying. But they should be able to kill him and trade support for support. They don't, because of what happened with the Poppy interaction. And they, kind of go all in for it. He dies, he's dead, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? And then somehow Shanks kills Talia solo, which doesn't make any sense either. What just happened? Okay, so we saw this, but what happened mid? No fucking way. Holy shit. Fucking pump, bro.
Oh, Shanks able to flash.
Damn, dude, he played that. I mean, he played that very well. But fuck me, that is really bad. That is so bad that Talia died that way. At least she has flash, right? But still really blows. Oh shit. What the fuck? I mean, honestly for Scion's lane, this is not ideal. Also, I really don't think it's necessary because Scion's already doing, Scion's doing okay in top, and they're really chilling on mid bot. So he kind of just gets, and it's gonna be pretty bad for his lane. I mean, Ryze is gonna have to go top to defend this in the end. Because he starts dying. They kill the Poppy.
He might go down, but in the zombie form, can try to put things back down onto on. He'll survive.
It's really close, but yeah, Ryze has to go top. And since Ryze is too low, and it's not really a thing for him to do a top in the end, because he's like I said, he's just not healthy enough. Yeah, that kind of blows for Scion. But we'll see what it does, because now this guy's no flash. Pantheon has 6. So maybe they'll just Pantheon drop on Talia's head. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They got Talia arm, but they did not convert on the kill. Which kind of sucks, the thing is, they're so much stronger, you know? But they are playing into M-Pesa at this point. So I can understand why they might fish for this kind of play. It's just, can they really not... Is it because Ryze? That's why. You know what the problem is? It's because he Ryzard. It's Shank's fault. If he doesn't do this and he just waits, this play can work. It really can. And if they kill Talia here, yeah, this guy's just gonna free hit. And then Pantheon's probably gonna play for the red, and you lose this. And it is what it is. That's literally all that's gonna happen. But it's really good for AL if it works out that way. So Shank's insta situation.
kind of look at their really just trade experience, say, like, we're gonna take gold, right? Like, so you have numbers advantage, they go to the side. Something going on the bottom side of the map, and you know, no longer having flash, because the tiles shift over that side of the map. Seems pretty well known over BLG, feels nice, but who's more time to actually get hit on these turrets? They're relatively short range composition, all things considered.
Yeah, I think it helped, like, for me, AL Blue went 4-1, pick load, so it helped me put some more gold in that half of the plays.
Oh, that can like maybe find a little bit more inclined to control instances.
Yeah, maybe. I think so. Gold to stabilize. I think for me, Shanks has that flashing back up, but you both called out 9 gold using that flash with a roam from Andre. I do want to see AL minus this. I get to see that second range for both half first time is that one. Was it just that map?
I think so.
He could fly. Get that played in.
He's like, okay, something going on. I see Nala's following. I know that there's really like don't know where Target is right now. There's really only a couple plays, especially with 19 nowadays right now. So this is probably a holding pattern, at least for BLG. They have a lot of ways to play, especially with Elk sitting in mid lane by himself with this misfortune.
Yeah, I know we talked about the pass for AL. Elk definitely himself too. And again, with some of the rotations and opening start out with really forcing the mid waves. That's sad. And Elk definitely, like, if you want to play MF at the highest level, you gotta get that BT, be willing to step up and actually use it. Elk definitely can do that. See the difference.
You can't get the old one. You have to use a lot of that's okay.
Oh, so next has the first one. Maybe a repeat play down bottom. Some things coming down.
I mean, she still has no flash, and they have a lot of priority going through mid. Like, if they just walk through mid together, like, they'll have push. But they weren't able to find anything. They have very good vision on bot, and they have Dragon in minute 10. So most likely, the Pantheon is just trying to, like, finish his item. Clear out his camps, finish his item if he can before drag starts, and fight after. So here's his item. Boom, there it is. Now, like, they have a lot of defensive pings, so they move their pings back. They lost probably like 150, 225 gold.
For me, it depends on Vince or not. I think if Vin's here with Eclipse, it's game over. But if not, I do think that AL might be able to sneak in, and Tarzan actually found Baseline early W.
Timing. Yeah, not using that W, waiting for the steadfast presence to come down. And that means that Tarzan giving it a
That was good. That was really good by Tarzan.
Shanks coming in though with that realm orb immediately flash on out, but there's the dinner bell. Flandre knocking up one, but a really nice keeper's verdict from Baseline.
Wait a minute.
Anyway to Sion, but it's not going to matter. Shanks gets the kill on Dawn. It's a supportive trade so far. Grand Star fall in, and it's Tarzan who wants Baseline. He goes through the wall.
Dude, I don't know. These fights are actually kind of interesting. Like, just watch how this goes. So,
waiting for the steadfast presence to come.
But if not,
Sion again is going through mid. Like, he can go through top, but they're sending him to join the team again. He does have TP, so this is like why it's fine, right? If he comes through mid, he does his play for this objective, right? And then he'll just TP top. If this guy went top first, then Bessa, then he's trying to pressure plates, and most likely in the end probably doesn't TP, because it's just gonna be kind of like it's gonna be too hard to just run into them. So both top laners have the same idea. The Rise has push. It looks like, because Nolus is moving through here first, and the tempo on Leo is it known?
Look at where BLG
Yeah, it kind of is.
Completed Sundered Sky.
Yeah, it definitely is, because the Nolus, if he's staying on the map at this point, then they can kind of make an assumption that Leo's out. So they get through bot first, and usually, I mean, okay, if they're doing this, they're gonna assume that they're gonna have first move through mid, right? Through the mid later. So he's starting this fight in anticipation of that happening, which the Rise can already start moving up and actually realm warp.
Yeah, not using.
He's like kind of finishing the wave, so the Rise is taking a little bit extra time that he doesn't need to. Jhin art comes up instantly. Love it.
Waiting for the steadfast presence.
This guy flashes in, and honestly, this is good that he does this, because if I'm looking at this, like, if he just steadily walks, the Poppy's just out. Like, nothing's really happening. But by going through this right away, like, it like lowers the damage and everything that's happening to Pantheon. Okay, great. Burns the flash. That's fine. Rise comes in. Sion comes in. Great fucking R onto the Mbessa. Mbessa's stuck doing no DPS. During this whole time, Poppy wants to join. Boom, Jhin 4th or Jhin 4th R on the Poppy. Good. Obviously, the Poppy like still gets the R off, right? Knocks the Sion away. That's pretty important. But at this point, they're fucked. I mean, like, honestly, the way AL played this, again, was just way better. That guy's fucked. Nolus probably didn't even need to hook in at this point. Like, it's really, like, not worth it. I will also say that Tarzan does not need to play this far back. I mean, Tarzan can play a little bit closer in the end. But yeah, I don't think Nolus had the hook back in. And yeah, I mean, he definitely did not need to Panthar either, because the Sion is still coming back. So if he just waited the Panthar, like, they won it. Like, they easily won it. Damn. That's very impressive. Very impressive.
I
mean, Mbessa literally just clicks back to this location. I mean, the Rise doesn't need to base. But he's gonna base TP for Mercs? I don't know if that's really necessary. I mean, the Pantheon died. But they could be 4-stack here. I mean, like, the Pantheon's literally doing camps and they're also contesting the river. So it's another case of just like, why do we have 3 people here doing this, but then my Pantheon's here? Like, either we're not contesting this, we're taking the wave, we're waiting for this guy to do... I don't know what the hell this does, by the way. Like, I don't know what him doing blue Gromp... Okay, blue is fine, but I don't know what him doing Gromp really achieves for the team. In this case, so yeah, it was good by BLG to kind of just pounce on that and realizing, like, I don't know what their jungler's doing. Let's just kill these guys. Cool, they did that. Alright, let's get through this part. Man, their fights are so interesting. Like, honestly, from a technical standpoint, their fights are so interesting compared to what I'm used to watching. Mbessa has first move with TP. They're playing on Herald, but it also looks like they're almost inching into looking to, like, screw in with the Mbessa. And again, this is kind of weird that, like, every intention you see by the Pantheon here is that they're looking to fight her, right? Make a play on her. But at the same time, if you feel really confident that, like, these guys are stronger, which at this point, because of the fighting, like, is not going that way. And also your Rise is kind of the man. So, like, you could actually keep looking through top, which is probably the best plan for them in this game, is to keep looking through top versus looking through Mbessa. But this is how they chose to do it. And yeah, I mean, they're not looking through Rise. They're not looking through the Scion. They're like half-ass contesting mid. And it still turned out well. Are you fucking kidding me? Because the Rise is late.
Another solar flare. Kyle gets caught up the 3rd time in a row.
Because he's dead.
Will block him up, make sure that dredge line doesn't find anything, and they find the side jump in the
oh, it's because the Poppy goes too far.
Will there be enough that dredge line?
That's all this is. And also, if you're Bin, why would Bin leave the Scion alone like this? Like, Bin should know it should always be his job to just play in this area and lock the Scion down. Especially because you have TP. I mean, like, obviously, the Scion locking the Mbessa down is also good in some sense for them, but also as the Mbessa, like, you want to get a self-lead, which you definitely can, so why would you not play for it? Because right now, this guy's inting on mid. And once they kill him, like, no offense, but, like, even just because you get this, like, why are we, like, we should know you're not going to wallbang that. So you don't wallbang, now you're just, like, getting free damage, nobody can do anything. That's pretty bad. So even though, like, without the Scion joining the play, this was, like, not great. And then he just gets this fat R on the MF, who has no flash, and he's dead. It's not what from a good play by BLG turns into a bad play. Like, really? Like, damn, these guys cannot catch a break in this game, man. They really cannot. I mean, it's just, again, it's another case of just like, they clearly pushed bot. They don't have top push yet.
Pushing off forward after Unravel.
We're launching the Herald into mid. I assume this is off the idea that...
Continue to play and find another...
Do they know Pantheon's base timer?
especially if you're a Pantheon.
Not really, they're just basing on
Defense,
Talia's move.
Like pushing up forward after.
But it's full HP. So if Pantheon was here, they would just defend it.
Down, then just take the fish and go from there. So do overextend, get punished a little bit.
Like, that definitely would always happen here.
Get back on the map, use that Rift Girl and mid-outer. Like it's down.
However,
Okay, so not a great start because Poppy's very far ahead and they're trying to like really reach to take the turret.
Fight's gonna come back in. Yeah,
He flashes away
Tarzan immediately.
Mid-outer,
instantly, which makes sense. I mean, like, he's kind of like in the fucking no man's land. But Poppy's also getting her ass beat.
Still not down, and Base One dies before the tower goes down.
Oh my god.
Immediately followed by that depth charge and on left out to John.
My god, dude. I'm actually so frustrated with BLG in this game. Like, they keep making some egregious mistakes, man. Like, even if you're gonna herald this way, like, your Poppy should never just be that far forward. Ever. And he was, for some odd reason. And now, like, you went from Jin having, like, being in, like, semi-control to MF being in full control, now to Jin being in full control again. And, like, we look at this, like, which I assume is probably going to be the final fight, because if they lose, then it's, like, definitely a doomsday scenario for them, right?
BLG still want to fight things. As teleport comes in, it's going to be both solo laners joining the
And
fray.
Bessa piece behind, but look where the carries are. Look where MF is, look where Talia is.
Solo laners joining the fray.
So this is good. Of course, Ben being, like, having a flank is very good for them. But the MF is in no, like, you can't be here. Like, she's gonna run this way if they run up to her, but she can't be here. Because if the MF was here, like, let's say this was MF Talia, this would be fine. Because now, when they hook in, you're doing damage, right? Like, you're doing damage, this is good. Nobody's doing shit. And this guy can't go in, because what's he gonna do? Again, nobody's there. It's not the timing yet. So, we're gonna see what happens.
And now anyone's legends are gonna kite
And
away.
he's dead.
Ben has a massive flank, but now they're forced to go
He
forward
lives.
immediately on the base
He didn't fully die.
one. Trying his best in the back line. Look at the bullet time from Elk. It nearly takes
Wow.
him out. Jin's gonna survive for a
He didn't
little
actually
longer.
fully
There's
die.
the Weaver's Wall. Knight with one more threaded volley could take down
But boy, that
Jin.
was not
And
nearly
Elk
as good
is
as it
now
could have
out
been.
of this fight. The Dragon secured here for phase
Oh,
one.
they
But
still lose the
anyone's
fight,
legends
bro.
cleaning things up on the other
Yeah.
side of things. A double kill.
And so that
Tarzan.
sucks.
Knight.
No, like, that's just what sucks about this situation, because
Ben has a it's gonna be both
no one's
solo
doing
laners joining
shit.
the fray, and now anyone's legends are gonna kite away because they know Ben has a massive flank. But now
What is Tarzan doing in this whole case, by the way?
Now anyone's legends are gonna kite away.
Tarzan should just be sending it with everyone else, by the way.
They know
Like,
Ben
I honestly don't know why Tarzan's doing no damage to these guys.
has a massive flank, but now they're forced to go
Yeah. Tarzan should have actually emptied into this too, but he didn't.
Ben trying his best in the back line.
So that's the only reason to me, Tarzan not actually committing to and realizing that it's an int by them is the only reason that ended up being almost okay for BLG. But despite that situation, yeah, they lost. And, like, yeah, they got drag, I guess. That's, like, the only nice outcome of this. But it doesn't matter. So we advance forward. Jin is 4-1, 3-8, 3-0. Okay, don't do anything yet. Let me look at this shit. 4-1, 3-0, 4-1. 2 items, 2 items, 2 items, 2 items. 2 items on jungle over other jungle. That's the first move, but Sion's moving first. Okay, so there's no TP on Mbessa. Sion is shifting to join the squad. Top turret's up, so that's probably their objective. They want a clean vision, and then they want to take this turret. She's going to push this out, and she's probably going to take this turret. If Sion full commits to this. If people int, they kill them. Then someone needs to reset, and then reestablish control, and then they are going to do probably nothing with the Mbessa move. Like, I'm gonna assume they'll do nothing with the Mbessa move. The sign goes back. Okay, so he doesn't feel like he wants to give that up quite yet. He also feels like they're not set up yet to do this. But honestly, the way this would work is that Sion would take over mid. So like he would be here, Jin would already be shifting, and they'd be fighting. This is what would happen at this point. If they wanted to commit for the top turret. By doing what they're doing now, by setting Sion back bot, now Mbessa has a shift timer to do something, which I'm not sure if he really should take or not, only because they're pretty weak, but we'll see.
Really excited to see Kyle go international.
So they're committing, doesn't really do much. Oh, wow.
Yeah, there goes that heroic charge. Now Beishwan is looking for that engage. Grand Starfall comes
They can't hit him with the damage, though.
BLG, Shanks somehow still alive. Level 16 on the right, finally a 1,000.
That's so rough, man. They literally lost without that interaction, too. You're shitting me.
Another jump going forward.
They still lost, and that's mostly just because he has no flash, by the way. They could just Leo E. Did he Leo E here? Nope.
Really excited to see Kyle go international as
okay, so he actually literally could just Leo E now. This guy would be stunned up. Let's see what the MF does. Can the MF get here in time? Maybe. Especially if they perma-stun this guy and then Poppy wallbangs him, he probably is dead. So Shanks would die. I don't know how much damage the Jin's gonna do in that time frame. The Pantheon's gonna R. It'd be close. It'd be a pretty close fight. But honestly, I think I would take that still. If I was BLG, because you're losing the game, so it's kind of just like a gift. It's just they played it awful, unfortunately, because this guy Leo R's first, which just whiffs, right? Awful. I don't know why he did it that way. Then of course, the Poppy, like, it almost looks like the Poppy eased him into the ulti. But, like, at this point, like, look where the Leo is. Like, the Leo's not on top of the Rise. The Rise gets shifted this way instead of this way, not close to Lee, or to Leona. So, no one, like, it's hard to do damage to him. This guy's kind of shitting on you. He's tanky. And then by the time everyone gets here, you just didn't do enough damage. And the MF just can't be a part of the play because, like, you literally shifted the guy back this way. Like, you're going backwards. You want to bring him this way to your MF. So, yeah. Kind of unfortunate. And they lost. So again, it's like, I don't know what to say about BLG right now, but for me, I'm like getting really frustrated because it's like, I can see the moments that AL are kind of screwing up. And if you just play it just a bit better as BLG, you might find some, like, nuggets in there, you know? Like, some actual, like, slight, like, leads to climb back up. But it's just not happening. And, I mean, if you can't get these going, like, the game's just over. And this was a comp that I felt like BLG definitely could win with. I mean, like, if you look at it, like, being a front-to-back comp as, like, AL, like, Poppy has a lot of strength in just, you know, knocking the guy out. And then you have good flanking, like, control with Mbessa. Bot lane's fine. Well, you start the game out getting ran in the river bot. And then your mid solo dies. Oh, sorry, not even ran in the river bot. They just died as 3 on the turret to dive a Nautilus solo. Like, that's rough. That's so rough. And now I'm trying to think, where would I put these teams compared to everyone else that I've seen? I mean, fighting-wise, like, yeah, I mean, AL is very impressive. I have to say that. Like, their fight takes and execution are super impressive.
Another engage. Yeah, that depth charge finds 3 people, but
this guy's giving up the bot wave. And I mean, like, it makes sense that he actually starts sacking, because to me it's like, you're playing Sion. You know, I know you can hold the wave in front of Mbessa, but like, you don't always have to keep going back to this situation. Especially when your team has good Baron control, good Baron damage. And this guy kind of just sent it right away. The second he saw these people like walking, he's like, well, Mbessa's showing bot. We can get their TP.
Really excited for him to go international. And,
another engage.
Triple depth charge.
That depth charge finds
I will say though, the MF is doing hella fucking damage to you before anyone's even doing damage to them.
Far forward. He will go down. However, Flandre going over the wall, looking to shake the realm warp. He's running
Damn.
into the back line, taking
The Sion did play it very well.
Next on the menu, and anyone's legend just running away with this game too.
Oof.
It's gonna be
I mean, they
all-
did outplay them, but honestly, the Nautilus, like, for that kind of play, that's a hell of an angle to look for. Like, it's very unneeded, especially when you think about, like, of all the spots that you could fight them in, like, you're gonna fight in a choke with MF here. I mean, like, thank God the Rise can just port behind. But even then, like, if the Mbessa TP's behind and covers the Rise going in on you, doesn't really feel as good. This was a little spooky. Just a little spooky.
Setups that just don't look as clean, and right now AL are just taking advantage of that as one of our best teams we've seen all slate.
I just love how AL is using their tools together to talk about their ability.
Yo, when did Bin TP, by the way? Dude, Bin is TPing so fucking late, though. What is that? Huh? What is that, man? This guy, the second Nautilus hooks in, he should be TPing right away. He's like 2 seconds late. So that's why this fight is so dog for BLG, because this guy is like, where is he? And then where does he TP? Here, this is like the worst spot, by the way. You're always playing behind. You're never playing forward. You're always playing to your turret. You're retreating to your defenses. You're playing behind. Have them best at TP. I mean, even here it's okay. Here, here, here. Like, there's like 3 spots, and that is probably the one spot I would not do. Because look what Mbessa does in the end. Walks, walks, walks. Like, he did fucking nothing. I am really sad about watching Bin. Because the more I watch Bin, like, just in these 2 games I watched from Bin, I'm kind of like, this guy is like doing nothing. Like, actually doing nothing. Don't get me wrong, his team's also losing, so like that's not exactly the best, but like in the brief moments you have to make something happen, you're kind of just fucking it up. I mean, again, like,
there's no better mid laner to take down to earn your first final than that.
They don't have to do anything, by the way.
Like what he's doing so far is
I mean, it's just a really good look by On. It's a really good look by On. Like, they're playing on the turret, the best thing they could possibly do.
He might go down, but the health bars on BLG are currently very low.
I mean, if he got flipped, that would be pretty awful. Hope is hella strong. Ben is finally getting some work done. But for AL, you know, if you never have to be put in this position to get caught like this. Like, it just doesn't have to happen. There's no posturing that has to happen like this.
There's just the outreach program. There's either
just use your cannon, wait for your Sion to push mid. Like, literally, Sion can come down, and then you can kind of dive, because Sion can just throw it. Honestly, like, Sion can just throw his body, and it's good enough to follow along. Well, they're getting a little relaxed, a little too lazy, I would say.
Looking like they're going to try to go to a commanding 2-0 lead. They've caught out Bin, but it's going to be the keeper's verdict.
Oh, shit, he was so close to hitting that.
Does not connect, and here comes that realm warp. The solo laners from AL have arrived, and a huge decimating smash from Flandre. Going to delay the fight for
Dude,
now.
are you kidding me? They're fucking this up again.
It's Bin to pick up the gold, but Flandre's still alive. He
this is too funny.
And will not fall.
This is actually too funny. Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm like complimenting AL for like the looks they have, but at the same time, I'm saying how BLG is screwing up the like these like brief windows of where like they can get something, and now AL is like kind of overreaching consistently. Like, just you're playing way too far forward. Just play on the waves, play on the objectives, and you're gonna win the game. That's all you gotta do as AL. They're not doing that. And it was kind of cute to see them, like, they got Poppy Art out, but then they Rise ulti back in. Right? Like, oh, here comes the Poppy Art.
I feel like maybe if he's able to get there, there's something that they can try to do here.
I love that. That is so sick, by the way. That is, I don't know if people like actually plan that in terms of just like we're gonna pick Rise because if you get Poppy Art, like we can teleport you back in. But it's pretty damn cool. And like Shanks, like you can tell when he gets in here, he wants to press these guys, but the second she TP's in, it's like, well, I can't really 2v1 that. You know, even though like we're back in here, like look where my Jhin is. Like this guy is in Narnia. This guy is not helping you. So it was cool to see, but it's like we went back into a 3v4, which will become a 5, then a 4v5, right, when this guy joins, but the Jhin is just so far away. And that's why this fight just feels so bad. It's because the Jin's so far away. Like 6 Scion Q, MF ulti's massive.
Like, he goes down 2, and fighting in that choke is really disrespectful.
Lost the GA on Pantheon. And yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, a lot of it just has to do with the fact that Jhin was just not there.
I don't know, like, this has been such a weird series to come into because we're really excited to see a lot more of that aggressive BLG when it was so dominant. We saw this specified in the upper finals. BLG in their wins look like completely different. It felt like old BLG was back in form. And what we're getting so far in the series is, yes, some missteps from anyone's like, really
We are entering the stage, like if you notice like Scion CS, like Flandres, I don't know how you would say it. Wow, dude, there's just every minute there's literally a fight happening, which probably should not be happening at all, but there is. But I was gonna say, if you look at the Scion CS, he's down 60, which, I mean, definitely should happen, right? Like this guy is just getting the side waves, he's not. At the same time, this is also kind of happening on the reverse. This guy's up plus 60. So Rise is getting big, Sion's getting small. That's pretty advantageous to you because the Rise will scale much better compared to the Talia. And even the Mbessa. About even here, about even in jungle. So that's really just the main difference, is that mid is getting farm, top's getting farm.
AL are slowly starting to dismantle.
They got mid first. They're playing on their ping, which is correct. You play on your ping. Sion's joined you. Ideal, right? He's like getting shit on, so like he should just play with the team.
You give AL every kill on the map for this one.
Jhin is messing with this guy, which is really good.
Dude, I mean, look at the Jhin. Like,
they're not full committing this time. Really good.
He cannot move at all. With the bullet time, he's gonna take
Flandre.
so far.
for this one.
This was actually so good by them at first, because...
Dude, I mean, look at the Jhin. Like, look,
oh, it's so sad. Because for Nautilus, like, I understand he wants to hook, but he has W up, so just wait. Let Scion Q, if he Poppy R's anyone, you won. Like, this is a huge ulti to get for free. So he doesn't have to do this yet, right? Like, not needed, just wait. Scion Q comes out. He dies, so it's a 1-for-1. And then obviously he should not R, because you're never fighting in this. Like, even this in the end is like, okay, right?
Take down one. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Kyle at half HP. Or sorry, Flandre at half HP, I should say.
Straight up.
That Weaver's Wall comes out. 1-for-1 as mentioned, down.
But despite that happening...
Oh! Like Tarzan would outclass Baseball, but not
Ah, you're shitting me.
He's just dead.
Oh my god, you're shitting me, man. I mean, like, they can do Baron just, like, because the jungler's dead versus, like, support's being dead. But it's not like, oh, 100%, like, guarantee situation, you know? But it is if you're just gonna int afterwards as BLG, so... That's sad. Because despite it being a 14 to 28, it's a very competitive game. Like 8K difference, but yet there's like enough mistakes and things happening that BLG are still finding ways. But yeah, as you can tell, the Rise does do a lot of damage.
However, it's hope that goes down to Elk. So, BLG now with the numbers advantage. Knights doing so much damage on this backline. Anyone's life
He's dead to DD? Yeah.
Tenfold. It's gonna be Shanks though.
God, he almost killed him.
Go down to Elk as well, who's getting so much gold in this fight. Finally, it's gonna be Tarzan to pick him up with the Comet Spear, but Bashaw with the wallbang. It's gonna be comboed in by Knights, but still, Tarzan will live. They don't have enough damage just yet.
That's it. Dude, come on, man. You guys just got the Baron, dude. You literally just got the Baron and you were already dead. How? How is that possible?
I'm just watching over that wall. It's absolutely twisting. I do not understand what it does, AL. As I spare block, second side, BLG slash golden. BLG, next to the credit of AL, trying to take the right there. This game's got a little more.
Oh, so frustrating.
I gotta say, too, that's the first time we've seen control for BLG. Good keeper's
Okay,
verdict.
so Sion's out of it, so don't overcommit. Pantheon's overcommitting.
There goes Tarzan into the back
But-
line. Keeper's verdict, it takes away
Thankfully,
Flandre,
even though Pantheon's overcommitting...
Control for BLG. Good keeper's verdict.
Okay, so... Poppy could definitely run this way, by the way. And push this guy out this way. No flash, and Pantheon's probably dead. Unless he has GA back up.
takes away Flandre. He already
Which, I think he does.
There goes Tarzan into the back line with that
Ooh,
great
he
softball.
does.
Get his depth chart
It's
played
very
like the night
fortunate that he
traffic.
actually does have
Keeper's
GA
verdict.
back up.
Good
But yeah,
keeper's
so-
verdict.
Keeper's verdict.
Poppy should definitely do that.
Flandre, he already-
We've seen control for BLG. Good keeper's
Bin
verdict.
verdict, it takes away
can't really
Flandre.
go
He
in
already
yet,
used the
which is
ultimate, but
correct.
there
Bin
goes
cannot
Tarzan
go
into
until
the
people
back
start
line with that
overcommitting.
great softball. Get his depth chart
The
played
Sion
like the
starts
night
dealing
traffic.
with Bin,
He's a soldier
which is
knight
great
for
by
now, but now he's
Flandre.
gonna fight on multiple fronts. Elk gets hooked. Kyle picks it up.
Ah,
It's gonna be hope that
They
gets
really
the
had to
goal,
take
and
the
now it's
Panth
Bin.
GA off when he went in. That was the only way.
Control for BLG. Good keeper's verdict.
They absolutely blasted Leona. That was well played by them.
Takes away Flandre. He already used
Yeah, they really needed to be able to take the GA off this guy. Honestly, they actually could have been Bessa Ard even. Like, they could have isolated this guy away and Bessa Ard try to kill the Pantheon in that time frame. And maybe then it's a 4v4. That's probably their
the
best
ultimate,
hope.
But there goes Tarzan into the back line
But
with
in
that-
this case, like, it's kind of like, what does he do? He tries to raw dog and Bessa Ard the Jin and try to kill him and make them go backwards, and maybe that's your pathing. But like, look at the Panth ends up doing. Like, the Panth just absolutely destroys the Talia, and I mean, that's just all it is.
But can they actually win this game? Page one sacrificing his life, using some of that move to verdict.
Yeah, I think basically, if they take out the Baron, like, I think the hard game too. I think again. Hold on. Oh my god.
Over the wall. That's gonna deny. That's okay. Anyone's legend going right here, right now. 8 seconds on, 20 seconds on. Huge for Flandre.
Jesus. Jesus. Okay, let's think about this one here, guys. So, MVP for this game. I don't know, man. In many ways, I want to say Shanks, because Shanks really did have a good game. I do think Flandre had, I mean, dude, a lot of them had good games, not gonna lie, a lot of them had a good game. Like, the worst player of this game, I'll be honest, it is probably Beishwan. It is probably the Poppy. Like, he just made so many mistakes. It was just not worthwhile. Especially just starting with the first dive, that was literally his fault. Shanks, very good game. Tarzan, honestly, he did actually have a pretty good game. Like, these guys kind of ran it. The Jin was good. The Jin was good. I thought he was good. I mean, some iffy situations on his side. I guess some iffy situations on Flandre at times, but yeah, they were really good. So you take this,
Gaming. Not only
and we go into a next round. We see ourselves with a... Ooh, that is interesting. So, for this game, we have Jason to Ornn, so we have a defensive option, a Wukong to power farm, and Annie, and all your damage is kind of heavily dependent on the Sivir. You have really good wave clear. Their siege, like, I mean, they're engaged, their pull is pretty shit. So really, all this looks like is that they're trying to go, like, to a 40-minute plus game. And they're using the Annie as their early game tool to leverage the rest of it. So it's a mid-jungle heavy situation. Their mid-jungle is pretty dog shit. Like, Silas, like, Skarner, like, together, kind of whatever. So they're kind of hoping that the Ezreal Karma is just going to be, like, that good. Maybe the Jace will be that good and just own the Ornn, right? Well, that's rough. That's definitely one way to start it, I guess. Silas is dead. And the kill goes to Wukong. So he can get to his Triforce faster.
Oh man, on. So it's okay. I play the fact both with from on and help on the opener, and of course you see the TV for Ezreal, also TV for Hope and Sivir as well. I'm really worried for BLG in this game. Like, there's a wave clear from AL, really want on it, and this early in the game. It's really just delete waves, step back and scale. So something that BLG has had a lot of difficulty overcoming. Like, I know it's really OP, I love Strong getting the championship, so to be honest, but you're going up against a Sivir in power team with a Lilio that instantly out that far as well with Lilio's own ultimate. I think you really thought they should have these mages that are inherent for BLG to win.
I mean, the beginning should be pretty boring. I mean, when you look at the beginning of this kind of game, ooh, not the worst. But yeah, like, I mean, both junglers want to clear. Like, that's what they want to do. They want to full clear. Tarzan did a... What the fuck did Tarzan just do?
On different paths right now, or they're both ending their clear. On
He
the
wanted
bottom
to do his
side.
blue
I
and
don't
then his
imagine
Gromp
Skarner's
Wolves, so
gonna
I don't know if he
be
thinks that he's going to get invaded by the Skarner. It's pretty uncommon for Skarner to go for that kind of play. Yeah, he warded it, so he thought he was going to get invaded because they had bot priority, but I don't really think that's realistic on their end. So Skarner will do an insta base unless mid is a clear look, but he knows that Annie kind of warded on the right. But he is ahead on his clear. I mean, that is the main plus, is that he's going to be further along his pathing.
He's also part of another W team that really didn't perform at all. 0-16, very rarely even in the playoffs.
Yeah, 0-16, that was kind of Chance's career for him. That's last year was top 8 form. Seemingly finding a little bit of momentum, right? With both Kyle, they keep it together. What I love about certain teams that they keep players that work for them. They had, although they had Tarzan, they had a world champion Flandra, and then with elevated AL team that really didn't have a ton of expectations going on.
Their bot lane's getting ran. Like, the Ezreal Karma is doing work against the Sivir. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, like, there's really no point on their end. Like, Silas wants help, he wants attention. But, like, what is Skarner gonna do here? Like, okay, cool, like, this is about as much as Skarner can do, and then the Wukong will just start railing you. And so now like, Silas is like, well, I kinda need to help him, but at the same time, oh shit. So, they're still playing it on a nice edge, but their mid is getting kind of shit on. And so Tarzan's like, okay, well, we just won this situation on mid. I'm gonna transfer that into taking your Raptors. Oh, the Karma's trying to screw us over. Okay, that's good for our bot lane because they're peeling off. Still, the bot lane is getting... But yeah, they're getting kind of gapped. Unfortunately, they are definitely losing. So Sivir's gonna finish this out, and they do have TP on Sivir. So if they wanted to TP Sivir top, because Ornn has the base. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Because, like, the easiest to, like, so when you're looking at swaps, like, there's a couple of things that you can look at. One, you can just see, like, are you losing? I mean, like, that's a very obvious one, are you losing? And so, especially when you're seeing, like, Jace into Ornn. Like, yeah, Ornn is probably going to be losing in the game, like, in this lane. And so you're going to swap to get him out of it. Oh, shit, we're also losing bot. So it's a double. And then also, even more importantly, oh, Ornn had no HP. He had like 20% HP. Yeah, like he has the base, cover this lane now that he's going to be in base, and he's going to run down here. Very simple. So, that's like a very general way to look at it. Of course, people will swap purely just because, you know, maybe my Wukong is just pathing up. And so him ending on top side with his bot lane is very good for him, you know? Like, maybe you'll do it that way.
Coming on through here, so he's gonna run down his bottom side, safe teleport later on, and the teleport still down, but he'll have it for...
But I do like seeing that Tarzan and Shanks are, like, actively thinking about playing on mid. Like, there is a reasonable amount of tension happening here, which I will see people pick Annie and do fucking nothing. Like, I love that Ornn, like, Ornn knows he's not gonna get priority over the Jace. So I love that he's actually hovering her. It's bad for him. Don't get me wrong, this is bad for Ornn. But it's kind of nice to the fact that he did that just to give Annie some space to finish her crash while Wukong finishes his clear. Steals the Raptors, cool. He's going for red next. The Ornn is like kind of leaning to join. The Annie joins first. Is what it is. Honestly, for the way the lanes have been shaped up, I don't think he could do drag. I think the only worry about doing drag here, instead of doing the red, is Skarner can still contest you, the Jace can still walk over, Silas has perfect conditions, and their Karma's first to base. So if they stall, their support's going to come here first, and it kind of ruins the play. So I'm okay with him going for the red in this case. It's a little bit of flip, but I'll take it. You know, like if he flips it correctly, okay, cool. We went up 2 camps. So there it is. The Karma's first. They're in the river. He hits the crab. Very happy. I mean,
he kind of created that one for himself. He's been dropping to try and help his teammates. I don't think that he can break yet.
I mean, the Jace is on the wave. No? I mean, okay, the Jace is finishing the wave now. So Jace can move over.
Ben is definitely overshooting a little bit.
Which he is.
Spawn gonna find one.
But Tarzan's gonna follow with the cycle and dashes in.
But then Annie's always able to move first.
Really nice tether from On's gonna buy a little bit of time. Ornhorn though has been sound. Beishwan gets
I mean, that's kind of fucking... Damn, dude, like... Why? Why is Beishwan, like, doing this stuff? I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. I mean, he's dead.
I was gonna say before that play, we'd seen that we talked about Flaunt, not having someone use the ghost beforehand. This whole game was so good at this play, but already put himself in the top side, so that's a numbers advantage there for AL. Don't even lose all that much now. Hope gets more time in this bottom lane chart. He is now in that top side.
Tarzan's having a hell of a series. I'm not gonna lie. He really is having a hell of a series. Yeah, no, it just play just didn't make any sense on Skarner's side to do this. The only upside is that they quickly transferred into map trading top, so they should be pretty happy about that. Looking at this one feels a little bit better on BLG side because Annie's not involved. So far. Like, Annie's like not directly involved. They also have Jace joining soon, which is probably the main reason why you feel okay remotely like being in, like here. Annie doesn't TP. Okay, so Annie's not TPing anywhere.
Caught out once again. The Impale gonna buy some time, but that's the power of the Milio. Immediately the Breath of Life, keeping everybody on anyone's Legends healthy for now. It's gonna be Elk though that shifts over the wall, landing a Mystic Shot on the hook, not taking the Sivir down. Those for now. It's gonna be Elk though that shifts over the wall.
Oh, I see. He was really scared that, so he flashed away.
Keeping everybody on anyone's Legends healthy for now.
Because he was really scared about the Annie stun. Which, to be fair, there is definitely a chance for him to just die straight up if he gets hit like full comboed and people like turn on him. But it's kind of too early. That's the only thing, because I like the idea by BLG. It's just a little too early. Like, I would love if they just like mulled over like hitting the crab as 2 people. Then you have the Jace coming up and the Sylas coming up, so that's 2 more. And then you have the Azul coming in, which is 1 more. They know that Annie's gonna be late. Yes, she can TP if she really needs to. And they have 3 people. You kind of assume they have 3 people. So if he just sat here, warded, and kind of lightly hit this and tried to draw him here, I think this would be good. Like, very good. The fight starting and more, like, happening here initially is not nearly as good.
Oh my god.
He just loses so much HP. Great Milio. And yeah, they just can't really continue, but, you know, at the end of the day, because, like, On's gonna have the base, right? If Elk didn't jump over, this is still, like, okay. Like, you got Wukong R, you got Sivir R, like, you have what left in the tank? These ultis don't matter so much. This one doesn't even matter nearly as much. This one does. That's not bad. I mean, you're probably pretty happy if this is how it went down. Because now there's like a reduced pressure on the map outside of Annie to be doing something to you. And Annie's also doing the... This is the Chovy build. Interesting. He's doing the Chovy build? Huh. We're gonna see how that goes out. Because... I've seen a bunch of different Annie builds. I've seen Proto Belt, I've seen, you know, obviously Malignance, that's like the most common one. Proto Belt's not bad because like it lets you reach certain like angles you just normally wouldn't have. But he's doing the like Leandries. Surely it's not the Leandries and like Shred one. Because no one else really makes use of that outside of Ornn. And if he does the one with Omnivamp, that's just like awful. Like it's a very unnecessary stat for Annie. Even if like the additional AP you get for building HP, it's just like she doesn't need to be tanky. Like let's actually, it's awful. What am I saying? His build. What's my thing look like that? Oh, that looks super weird. So his build is awful. Why is it awful? They have a tank. So, like, I understand that, like, people really like the idea of being tanky. And I'm assuming he's building tanky because, you know, of this guy, right? Like, oh shit, I'm playing against Sylas. In order to silence against Sylas, I need HP, right? Wrong. Like, that's not necessarily the truth. Especially like, for instance, if let's say you're playing Victor in the Sylas. In the lane, it can help. Yes, in the side lane, it can help a little bit. At the same time, if you could just laser the wave, like, you're kind of fine. I mean, they're basically building to fist fight him, which it really depends. It really depends if that's good or not. But in this game, because you have such, like, he doesn't bring a lot of damage. Like, okay, he kind of brings damage, but you know what I mean. Wukong, again, it depends. He's not like some super carry in the jungle. Sivir is your super carry. You kind of need that little bit of extra damage from Annie going like a real build, like have actual threat to do better. So I don't know. I personally don't like it. You know, there's definitely times where people were going Roa when Roa was good that I still didn't even like it because you could tell like you just could not one-shot people. You could not threaten people the same way. So let's see. I mean, we'll see what happens. Like, for sure he's in a power trough, like in terms of just like, he does not have a first item. He also lost a fuck ton of HP leading into this.
As dominant as they have been coming into this game.
I mean, the crazy part is that his 82% in the series.
Do I think they need to contest this? Absolutely not. Like, their top wave is not even here, and they're kind of just running at these guys for fun. So BLG's just taking them on a lovely little walk. And Shanks just so happened to lose a ton of HP.
He took a lot of damage trying to go for the chase.
Okay.
Ornhorn does not find anything.
Looks like he got fucked by Milio Q. It's bad. It's really bad. Another rule, guys. When you play Wukong, by the way, when you play Wukong, never W initiate. Like, okay, it's not necessarily never, but I want to stress, you almost never do this. Because if you have to, like, your W with your R is so important for team fighting. It adds a lot of damage. It lets you double knock up very easily, and also have a lot of zone control. So the second I see him reaching this far to do this play, like, look where his teammates are. What the fuck are you doing? How is this guy ever gonna hit anyone? Or him? Like, he's gonna have to flash. You don't have Sivir R. Is Sivir gonna flash? Absolutely not. So what are you doing? It's just a mass event. Like, I already know this is a mass event. Honestly, he could go fully onto Bin, and if I'm like him, I could just look at these guys very easily. So let's just see how it plays. Before we get into this, let's just see how it plays. So they're going all in. They actually do kill him. Surprisingly enough, they actually do kill him, but they're overcommitting so far. Let's see if this actually turns out well at all. They actually win. So they went so deep, and they still won this fight.
Into the front line of Billy Gaming. Elk is able to hit a ton of DPS, finally take down the orb, but Hope is untouched. Hope has the lethal tempo unlocked, and Hope looking to try to do as much as he can here in this fight, but on the backside of things,
what a messy fight.
Finally arrived to the series.
Oh god. Oh shit.
An ace for BLG.
No fucking way. I gotta rewatch that. I have to rewatch that, because like I said, in my head, I feel like this is just an int.
Cyclone on to Bin, already forced the flash away. The Ornhorn from Flandre.
This guy, by the way, should just Skarner R, like, now. Like, he literally should Skarner R and just protect these guys now. 100%. Because Bin is, like, Bin's doing the right thing. Like, Bin is getting away from this play. I mean, he probably should flash down, by the way. I don't know why he flashed left, but sure, like, he flashed down, away from his teammates. If he flashes this way, is this guy really going to continue? No. He's not going to do shit. And also, Knight could always just go on this guy, 100%, every single time.
And that's a big cooldown down as Tarzan.
Just watch. Like, this guy's separated. Like, if the second he goes on this guy, they have to turn around. And then suddenly you have this. And this guy's just doing what? I think the only positive thing about this is where Ezreal is.
And that's a big cooldown down as Tarzan.
What is Ezreal doing? Dude, actually, Ezreal's hard inting too, no? Look at him. Does he walk around? Because he could just walk this way. There's, like, no threat on him. Like, why does he not walk this way? Dude, he does. Oh my god. What the fuck, man? That's crazy. No wonder why this doesn't look as bad. Because, like, I'm thinking this looks like shit. This does not look good. But it turns out this way because Ezreal's just out of the fight for like 5+ seconds. It's a 1v1. There's 4 people here. We have 3 people here. This guy can join and make it into a 4v4 if they really want to. Which is perfectly fine for them. Because, like, I mean, they have a pink. They have, like, Fog of War. They have a lot of tools to play into this zone. And the Sivir can definitely get separated when trying to travel with them. But for whatever the fuck reason, Elk goes this way, which is just awful. And then this guy goes this way, which is even worse. And they still win it. Despite all of that, they still win it. Because they overchase. Like, already, this is a massive win. Massive win for them. And all Flandre has to do... I mean, Flandre is kind of fucked. I won't lie. Because, like... Yeah, I mean, he just gets outplayed by this damn Blast Cone. Like, if he just gave it up, they're fine. But whatever. Okay, I guess he kind of fucks this up.
Into the front line of Billy
You're still okay. You don't have to keep going. They still keep going, and it just turns into a fist fight. It's just a full-on fist fight. Also, I think Hope just... Oh, he's... What the fuck is this guy doing? Why is he queuing this guy? Just queue this guy. He has no flash. He's dead. Knight's actually dead here if he just throws his Sivir Q. Oh boy. Oh boy. He got mind controlled by On. Oh my god. It looks so fucking cool what Knight is doing. But at the same time, even after Flandre ints himself, it's still a win for AL if Hope just plays it right. That's so funny. Chinese teamfights are just the... There's just so much going on. But honestly, this does show you, like, if you're... Just because you're a pro player doesn't mean that you are just a god. Right? Like, that's literally something you would see in just, honestly, a fucking low elo game. Like, you're spending your spells on the support instead of a carry. Like, I've fucking done that.
One of their members very low. Rift Herald has to start up at 2,000 HP. Knight with Stolen Away Cyclone looking for the fight onto Tarzan. Who's gonna get it? It's secured by the Silas. And now the re-engage is in for anyone.
This is gonna be a really hard game, though. Like, at this point, with Silas having so much gold, so much strength, oh no, he did go the Leandry's build. Fuck me. Yeah, they lost. Like, honestly, I probably could watch nothing else and they lost. This is awful. They're not doing shit this game. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Let's just run it. Let's just let the timer run and let's see what happens. But like, yeah, this is not the Annie build. I was so worried because I'm thinking like, dude, no way he's just rushing Leanne. It's like, no way we're rushing. What is it? Is it 50 AP now or 60 AP? Surely it's not 50 AP now, because if it is 50 AP, it's just the worst. Like, it's a fine second item, but as a first item, unless you're playing like Rumble, don't ever build it. Like, maybe Maokai can build it. Maokai, Rumble. Yeah, that's probably it. Second item, it really depends, but even then, it's still not the item to build in this game. Jesus. I mean, it's good by them because, like, so what they're doing... Okay, well, it's... Yeah, it's definitely okay by them. Assuming they can't get recontested. Can they do this sooner? Because when they're doing this play here, notice that they have top push, they have mid push, they're getting bot. Their Sivir is in Narnia. And now, do they know that the Sivir's in Narnia? I mean, when she's not showing on the wave, yeah, kind of. They kind of know that the Sivir's not here. So there's, like, they can't be here, right? Like, AL cannot be here. Honestly, Ezreal could E over right now. He actually could. Like, they look at their vision. So technically, they see this. They don't see... Well, they do see this now. So they do see this. So they know Annie's not in the vicinity. And she's showing top. I mean, they know she's showing top, literally. So he can actually E over and take the full brunt of Wukong and you'd be fine. And it would be really good for Elk to do that overall. And is that what he does? I don't even remember.
Maybe they want to go for a little bit more.
He could have done it even sooner, low key. Honestly, he could just be on this guy's face right now.
They're forcing on the Flandra.
Yeah, I mean, look at the poke composition. Already out dishing out a ton of damage, forcing Flandra to half HP if he's stolen away Ornhorn.
I mean, this guy, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Flandre actually played this very well. To like get out of that situation, he played it very well. And the main upside is that they did not use any ultis. So like, these guys have to do this shit now. Like, if I'm Ezreal, I'm not fucking TPing mid. Like, I understand that the tier 1 has its importance versus a comp that has very good outreach, like rushing down mid. So I get that. But I'm not gonna lie, he kind of just needs to be on the Otacon, and that's why they can't actually get the Otacon, like, safely. It's because Elk just doesn't run down there and, like, handles it.
Look at the zone control right now that Elk
Oh
has.
god, and then he also dances with the Annie, who then so now he has to burn his flash. Very spooky. Very spooky situation that never had to be like that. If they wanted to take mid, so be it. Like, fuck it. If you're gonna do Otacon, it's okay. Like, you just burned all your all these spells just to force them out. Like, you definitely have to get Otacon at that point. Wow. I mean, like, okay. I mean, like, it's kind of funny watching that. I'm not gonna lie, because look at their deployment. So the Karma's shifting into bot. Baron's up in 2, but the Dragon's up in a minute, right? So there's two things that they could do as BLG. The first thing they could do is that they could secure maybe like 2 wards for Sylas. So that way he can go up here and he can side lane for as long as he wants, because he definitely beats the shit out of Annie, and he for sure beats the shit out of Ward, and that's a good leveraging point, right? Then the Karma can swing back here and play for whatever. He doesn't have TP yet, but I think within a minute it will be up and they'll be fine. The Ornn has to go top pretty much because he's the only one who has TP if they're timing it. And yeah, I mean, he just showed pushing bot, didn't he?
Really, I do.
He just showed pushing bot now. So like, he's either gonna run straight top, which he won't. He's gonna go mid.
Okay. I do think that it was a little risky.
Yeah, I mean, they just, like, he's gonna have to go top to just have a TP situation, and if not, then they have TP top with an Annie who's isolated with no TP. It's fucking GG. Like, they will have the dragon secured 1,000%. They would have to make a play on Sylas, and that's where the vision comes in by Karma, so you can actually see if they're making a play on Sylas. And so, of course, the early vision, they spot Sylas doing this solo play.
Like, it is really tough to break.
And like, he would have seen Tarzan right now, and he would have backed off immediately. So this is like why you need to, like, when you're playing support, like, the number one thing you should think about is like, yes, what is the objective? And then, do I need to be there now? Like, how would I say this? How soon should I be there? I mean, that's really all it is. How soon should I be there? So in this case, they had 1 minute, right? They had 1 minute. Their vision was like, they didn't really have much vision, but they can always contest second. It's not a big deal. Like, there's no issue because, like, they're so strong too, right? Like, they're very strong. And like I said, you had this advantage with Sylas that will come into play in that minute time frame. So why rush into the bot situation? Like, it doesn't really do you much good. And so your Sylas would be catching neutral. Neutral is like around this area, like neutral, versus maybe up here. Because perhaps he thinks he'll be a player, right? But with the vision, he could play up here, and it's extremely obnoxious. And it becomes like a... It's like you pretty much put the enemy in a lose-lose situation now. That's what you create by going like with these top wards. And they don't do it. And then Knight also doesn't think about it, and he just sends it. And it's like, yes, you can kill Shanks, but like... Yeah. And you know, if you're thinking about this from AL side, you might think, well, you're sacking mid, and you're losing bot push. But that's okay. Honestly, seriously, you gotta understand, like, as the team losing, you're okay sacrificing some of these, like, objectives, because when you kill someone, you gain tempo. You know, that's, like, what you gain. And so now you're looking at the next play. Like, what can you get with having control, a little bit of initiative on the next play from doing this? And he lost his flash, so you could catch him again, and there's no Zonias in sight, so that's what their focus is going to be. Like, can we get one more play from doing this? So Silas is coming late, the Orin's going to have first push, and they're going to try to use that for something. Silas has TP, which is the only unfortunate thing. So here comes Orin. They got fucking nothing. So now things settle back into where they kind of were before, and now it doesn't really improve. And so that's all it is, you know? That's all this became. They're back in where they were before. But still, I like the idea of it. Because you need to do shit. Like, if it's gonna be too hard for you to walk in and contest the dragon like normal, fuck it. Let's get something. This tier 2's not doing anything for us anyways. Like, we're just having Sivir wave clear anyways, so like, it didn't really matter. Now I'm very curious to see where this goes, because even though BLG does take the Baron, which is like, for how the game pacing is going, it's expected. How long can Sivir actually delay the game despite them having Baron? Like, I really want to know, like, how far can they take it with this champion? Because in my mind, when they chose this comp, all I thought was, they're playing for 40 minutes. Like, they're just playing for 40 minutes. The enemy can't dive you. I mean, like, you definitely can't just dive AL. So their next objective at this point is soul, I guess. Like, you're gonna play for the soul. And of course it means you have to leave your base, right? And so that's where, like, yeah, stripping the tier 2s will come into play, because you might be able to find opportunities or like TP flanks, whatever the case is from that. But they're playing for soul. So that's why I'm just gonna leave it on 3 times speed and just let it roll out, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I really care for this look that they just did. This is like the Fnatic bush. Wait, did he just leave the bush? Like, if they're gonna do this kind of pick, one, they need like a really good TP flank ward. But Milio's not really a good champion for being able to just like wander out alone. They do have this like TP way behind, but unfortunately with the way TP works, you definitely see people like moving, right? Like, you'll see the person literally moving behind you.
Let's get game 4 first.
The problem is people are just like not in range for this. Really good Milio are. Yeah, it's... I don't like it. Because unless it's a guarantee... unless this is a guarantee to like kill him... I know this looks awful because this is supposed to be an R as well, but whatever. Unless this is gonna work 100%, don't do it. Why? Because now your threat... There's no threat. It's gone. Like, yeah, you have Sivir wave clear, but there's no threat of Annie, like, going on you. Ornn, like, all these tools are gone, so you're fucked. And that's it. That's how they lost. I assume that's, like, how this game collapsed in the end. Yep. I mean, all they need is one inhib gone. That's all they have to start. Annie's awful at clearing this shit. Like, especially if they don't get blue buff on this Annie build. Because if anyone who's played Annie, she's very mana hungry. With no mana items, like, you go pretty quick. Good luck, guys. Yeah, I mean, if we're using Ornar to clear the wave, it's already lost.
Just a fantastic game for help. As these 3 inhibitors are down, he won the fight on his own in Ignite, and Elf with the goal is one way with this one. And as real lucky Fuse, as already levels on him, AL to move by conditions, being removed by BLG Elf. The focus is down to the inventory, and while he gets away with the bounce away, this is wrap up.
This shit's over. They're trying to play it safe because they're like, you know what? Maybe we'll do the Baron because we're kind of like the Sivir is still obnoxious enough that if we have empowered supers, there's no way we lose, which is true. It's true, and like I said, there's also the Soul coming up in a minute, so at the end of the day, like, it's fine. So she has to go back. They have a low flank. It's not going the best. You're kidding me, man. You're actually killing me. There's no way. There's no way. Because, like, the flank looks not bad. But once they flash out, it's like, okay, they flashed out, they're running away. This is okay by the left squad. This guy's dying, but you know what? This is not even the worst. If he dies, it's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. We don't have to kill ourselves for him. It's okay. Then they get onto Silas. And then the Jay says, like, you know what? I'm gonna end this game. I'm gonna finish it. But it's like, the Ornn doesn't die. It takes damage, by the way. And it's just enough. It's literally just enough CC to stop him from actually, like, doing enough. Which is true. Actually, literally, the Ornn did enough to stop the game from ending. Incredible. He actually saved the game, Blanche. It's very fucked still, but like, props to them. Because they did get the soul. Alright. Okay guys, how do we do this? You're fucking kidding me. Are you kidding me, man? There is no way! There's no way we ever die there. There is no way we ever die there. Because if they get the next... Okay, the inhibs are back up. And also, very slowly, the Nexus turrets come back up. So once the Nexus turrets come back up, I'm like, kind of... Dude, I'm getting a little afraid for them. Like, because the Ornn is getting stronger. The Ornn is giving everyone upgrades. Oh, shit. And the Annie can maybe correct her build just a little bit. Okay, is this actually good? This look here? I mean, the Annie's not involved in this play, which is like the only thing I'm like kind of unsure on.
Of the ages, Elk gets hit up by the Call of the Forge God, but nobody can close the gap just yet. In goes Hope. They finally almost knocked him up and taken him down. But it's Knight who picked up a bunch of the inhibitors as well, and so I have to go on the retreat. Nobody is safe right now.
We still have Nexus turrets. Nexus turrets are respawned right now.
I don't know, man.
Knight's going forward. He does a lot of damage.
They did have to choose a side, though. I mean, they can't just sit around and do nothing. It's just, was that really the best look they had in the end?
Almost knocked him up and taken him down.
I just want to see if they could have done this better.
Surely BLG win this game.
It's just so awkward because it's like, you want to contest these guys. Silas has no flash. Bin has no flash. Actually, they're kind of... They don't go on these guys. They go on these guys, surely, no? Like, Ornn could start summoning the R on Bin, and they can definitely kill Bin. I think that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to go on the guys on the left, not on these guys, because... I mean, it's Ezreal. It's Karma with her shield. It's a little... Annie's not involved in the play. It's a little too much. No flash, no flash, no flash, no flash, no flash, no flash, no flash. I mean, nobody has flashes, but yeah, for sure, these two are the most prime targets. Yeah, I think them going for this play down here was not correct. If they went on the play on the left, they probably actually could be at one, stall out even longer, and they have a real shot at this. But unfortunately, they did not. What the fuck, Knight? What the fuck? This is the one. Okay, so you know I said never Wukong W for initiation? This is only fine because they do so much damage so quickly, and they just have to get a pick.
Why is he has all
Like, he is so far, like, everyone is so far away from him. Like, look where Silas is. Look where his Jace is on the map. Nobody's helping him. And he's half HP, so it works out. So he dies, and then Silas can't do shit here.
But now Knight looks at the Nexus, he's not gonna nearly get it.
No fucking way. Oh my god. I'm actually dying in the inside, guys. Oh my god. What the fuck? Dead for 20? I don't think they can get it. This is not a game end situation. He's definitely gonna sell his boots and get that one item. I don't know what it's called, but there's like one mega item for ADC at 6 items that you can do. I mean, they do kind of have to contest the Elder. This is like the only issue they're suffering. And also the Ornn does not stop the Silas, so this kind of fucking sucks. I actually don't know what they do. Because Annie doesn't stop the Silas either. Ah, they have it. I think this is how the game ends.
No teleport available for Hope. Can Knight do it?
Yeah, for sure the game just ends this way. That's so sad. Boy, dude, you don't feel like you won that game as BLG. Like, I don't even feel like they won the game as BLG. Like, you had to fight tooth and nail to finish that one out. Fuck me. Who gets it? Who actually is the MVP of this game? Dude, their score lines are crazy bad too. BLGs. I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, Tarzan like had one kind of inting moment, but he had a. They really do have pretty good fighters. It might be Hope. I mean, Hope definitely made the least amount of mistakes out of anyone in this game. He made like one core mistake that I mentioned, where he could have killed Silas and then would have ended that shenanigans. But I mean, he followed his team for the most part. He did his job. These guys, I mean, their top side was pretty good though. I gotta say, the top side was pretty damn good. The worst player is like. I don't know, man. Part of me wants to say the Skarner, because he was making a lot of bad like mistakes. And like this would be the second game that I put this guy down as the worst player on his team. Or for the game itself. But it does kind of feel like that. I mean, even Kyle like had a pretty good Milio game for like some of the cleansing opportunities he did. I don't know. It was definitely a game. That was definitely a game. Let's see how they finish this out. How does this game 4 shape up? Because we have a Xayah Rakan into Varus Renata, which is like okay, but not phenomenal. It's good. It's like fine into Galio, which I mean they also picked Trundle to Galio, which it's fine. I understand the idea behind it. And, you know, if you look at, like, how the other drafts have gone, you know, Vi's eliminated, Pantheon's eliminated, sure, Wukong's gone. Like, they're just picking an AD jungler, right? So they can have, like, their AP bid. It's just... He's not, like... He's not very happy playing into these champions still. Like, despite being able to pillar Galio when he goes in, like, these are not exactly the most enjoyable champions for him. Same with his bot lane. And they just threw in a fucking Zed. Oh my god. And then they put Jax into Gnar, which is a skill matchup. And so the GG pick is Cassio, but Cassio doesn't really have range to play into Varus, and they're also not playing for team fights. Like if they had to like run in their faces into them, it would be like a pretty reasonable pick. But I feel like since these guys are going to be flanking, they're going to flank and they're going to poke and hold the zone. That's all they're looking to do. They're not really looking to just like run their faces in. So like, yeah, sure, the Galio is like a little iffy. Like it's a little weird, you know? It's not like the most grand pick for their comp, but they did make a pivot to not go all into like this pick, and then you did a double down pick. This is like basically the double down pick, right? We're double downing on like, you run into us, we'll kill you. But they already pivoted away from that, and you chose Cassio. I don't know about that. Like I really don't know about that. I mean, I hope Ben can work his magic. That's all I can say. I hope Ben can work his magic.
I love Trundle, man. Like, I know Trundle seems really simplistic, but that pillar, the interaction that it has just with all of AL, not even just what it does. Exactly. Like, the slows, the fact that it immediately displaces a lot, can actually stop even Shanks from finding kind of pro punches. So, I want to see how H1 does here. Like, this is a really important game, not only for the series to continue, but you are in a very tenuous spot here as BLG. You just got a very, very long game number 3 to get you back into the series.
There's also another big worry if for this game as BLG is that you're playing Trundle. And so you need to make sure you're getting mids flash, Galio's flash early on, and you're making plays, and you're winning against them. You know, like, if you can have your caster be a very strong force, that will be a big help for the game. Otherwise, if you're Trundle and you just try to, I mean, you can't you can't match the Zed. The Zed's gonna clear in like, what, 250? Like, he is very, very strong for just clearing sake, and Trundle is not. You will kind of just progressively lose the game versus the Zed. Cass has pushed versus the Galio, half HP. Okay, pretty good. You know, that's not a bad start. The Trundle is not fishing for anything, so he's just clearing. The Zed bases, and yeah, he can buy double longsword before the crab's even up, so he's actually pretty strong. I don't know if he beats Trundle still, because Trundle just kind of saps your AD, right? But we'll see. Because he based, he ended up losing the crab. Okay, so be it. That was good. Lost his flash, though. I mean, like, he got this guy's flash, but they also kind of knew that the Zed forced the Trundle out, so it ends up... I mean, the Trundle's still gonna double crab, I guess, in the end of the day. Surely he'll... Wow, he really does not get the double crab. He could still just book it. I mean, I don't understand why the Trundle doesn't just straight shoot it, because there's nothing happening mid.
This is a really good start for BLG.
And he has a smite, so I don't know. Whatever the case is, the Trundle just somehow lost his double crab angle, which just should not happen. Oh, no way. And then this guy just loses his Raptors. And so now the Zed's not gonna base. He's gonna re-clear from top to bot in full. If he does Gromp Wolves base Dragon, that's another angle, but honestly, he probably should just full clear it out. And does he need to do Dragon at the end? No, not really, because the enemy's red is popping up. So he can do the Krugs, and assuming everyone's chilling out, he can just, you know, go play for the enemy's red. So he defends their bot push. This is fine. It looks like they're gonna play for the drag still. And he hit level 6 by soaking XP from the wave, so he gets a drag. Cool. So he gets a drag, plays for his bot lane, protects them. Now he's gonna go back up and play for his camps, plus the grubs. Top lane is... None of them have base yet. And they're swapping. Oof. Ouch. That is rough. Because the Gnar TP'd already. Ah, shit. This is actually pretty bad for BLG. And Ben should have known better. Like, Ben needs to understand that there's always a chance for teams to swap when you're playing for grubs. Like, it's a very clear and outright, like, strategy. You know, like, it's not even like his bot lane is losing. I mean, I guess they are fucking losing, to be honest. They are losing, but it's still playable, right?
Going to the bottom lane wave. He's just going over to this play. He's going to try and save his TP.
I like this fight. I like this fight for AL. I actually think it's a better fight for AL. Look at Zed where it's at. He can Galio combo. I think it's good.
The Gnar just fucking ran into the Verisar.
The grand entrance only finding Renata for now. The bailout not even procced just yet as nobody
This is very awkward.
into the fight around the grubs. Petrifying Gaze only finds one with one grub already picked up. This one for Billy as now on has been...
This is such a weird fight for how it started. Because the Jax is joining the team, but the Jax is going through mid. Which I don't really get why the Jax is going through mid. And if you're looking what the Zed's doing, why is the Zed on his Grom? It's not like he's low HP or anything like that. Zed should be just... I'm cool with him getting the blue, because the blue will give him energy back. So the blue is good. But at this point, the Zed is not playing on any wave. He's not playing on the top wave. He's not playing on the mid wave. So this is why it's like kind of awkward in the beginning by Tarzan for what he chose to do.
He's just going over to this play. He's trying to save his TD.
And again, I don't think the Jack should go through mid, but whatever. So Renata's caught out. They're going all in. Watch Xayah. Why is Xayah running away? Like, I guess she's running away because she doesn't want to get Varus stuck. That's the main thing. But she has cleanse. So honestly, he should definitely run into her because they know this guy has no flash. This is a good play by BLG. Yeah, honestly, I think he just needs to take the hit, and cleanse it. Because what else is he cleansing? This stun? This guy's level 4. He's not even level 6. It's Elk's fault. That's so sad. Because Elk is a very good fighter, you know? But he should just run through. Fucking, this guy's dead, by the way. If Elk is hitting this guy the whole time, he's dead. And then, like I said, if Jax tries to move this way and jump on him, just cleanse Xayah. It's no issue at all. Like, your cast is there to back you up, by the way. Like, the cast will not even let this guy get in this area in the first place. And then the Varus is just stuck here, so he's dead. You have one guy, and they're 4 strong. What the hell are you doing? You're not gonna do anything. Like, even if the Galio ulti's on top of this guy, still not really doing anything, right? So, BLG fucked this up.
Grand entrance only finds Renata for now. The bailout not even
they fucked that up.
yet, as nobody has died into the fight around the grubs. Petrifying Gaze only finds one, with one grub already picked up. Died into the fight around the grubs. Petrifying
On
Gaze
should just
only
walk
finds
around.
one,
He shouldn't
with
even go
one
this
grub
way.
already picked up.
He's kind of like putting himself in a bad spot.
And now On has been singled out, and the grubs have been equalized with anyone's ledges now.
But he gets up. It's okay.
Screw this third grub. We could potentially look for a fight.
They did get 2 though. And so, I don't think AL should ever get 2 there. For how that started, AL should never deserve to get grubs. And now the CS counter takes more. Because watch the Zed, man. I mean, like, the Chano's gonna finish the Grom. He finishes at 67 CS. The Zed finishes Krugs, he's at 80. I mean, they sack top lane for this, but they're gonna have a TP. So they TP to cover the top situation. Shanks runs down and joins the play. They kill the Gnar. The Zed picks up some more gold for being contributing towards this fight, and they keep progressing. This is probably the best, like, counterplay I guess you can imagine from BLG's side, because this guy's hitting this shit, and his team is playing on bot side. Like, the Renata's literally showing hitting a ward on bot side. He should not be doing this. Flandre is, like, obviously an int. So they're going for it.
Teleport coming in from Knight. Beishuan on the way as well. Flandre gonna be targeted here. He already burns the flash preemptively. The Counter-Strike's not gonna find anybody. The Jackson have a tough time escaping this one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the twin thing from Knight.
And so now Galio will probably finish out the bot wave and then TP top if they want to defend that wave. Which, I mean, they shouldn't sack it. I mean, like, they really shouldn't. And Galio also, yeah, I mean, it's slow. Like, he's way too slow. Because let's just say this right now. Who's good at taking turrets? Oh god. Why did I say it that way? Who's good at taking turrets? Mr. Trundle, Mr. Gnar, Xayah. Who's good at taking turrets? Zed, Jax, Varus. Not Galio. Galio is not a turret-taking champion. He is not. He's also playing tank Galio, so it's even worse. He's just got a TP suitor. That's all. They actually end up losing maybe 2 plates in that time. Yeah, they lost 2 plates in that time frame. That's pretty shit. The Gnar will have TP up, but he does kind of want to base. If he decides not to base because Dragon's up in 5 seconds, that's fine. and they can kind of just wait for the TP to come through. Like he could base, buy items, and then TP for a fight. So as long as they're not starting the drag in that time frame, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay, here we go. So they gave it up. So, okay, AL was like, yeah, we respect it. We saw what you're gonna do. It's interesting seeing them use Trundle to just kind of just swipe at the plates, which, I mean, good for them, I guess. I mean, they took like 4 plates with Trundle alone, which is pretty nice. This Herald does not really matter. I feel like for me, this Herald's a semi-bait in terms of just... I'm gonna slow it down, but like for me, when I think about this Herald, if I could kill someone inside with Zed and Galio, and they just get Herald, I'm okay with that.
They're gonna start up the Rift Herald. Teleport comes in.
Like that's really not a big deal for me. But we're gonna have a 5v5. The Pillar's doing hella work. Miasma's gone, which is a pretty key CD, but they do have Mega.
Cannot really go for this unless they find a Miracle Steal. No, it's Beishwan that picks it up, but look at the hostile takeover from Kyle. It does so much, but anyone's Legends continue to push forward, but the Trundle is so strong, and Elk with the drag back is able to get a little bit back, but Hope is still alive. Hope is popping off. Tarzan is a quadra kill. One more for Beishwan. No!
Dude, I need to rewatch this, because like, I'm thinking to myself, so they don't have Miasma, which is pretty rough. Like, that is a very important CD he should not have used there. They start with Verisar, so this guy's stuck. Jax is on flank. It's not the worst, also, because this guy's positioning is really fucking good, by the way. Like, the Renata. The Renata's just going to send a sweeping ulti over, and these guys are going to get fucked from that. And this guy will have free time to jump on your backline with a Galioar. I guess honestly, I really don't remember if that's really how it went down. If these guys go forward, it's awful because their comp is not supposed to be doing that. He goes forward. We do get a Cassar, but he's flashing for it. So here comes the big fat Renata R, which is obviously just fucking them. And so now that they're going forward and they're getting CC'd at the same time, it feels incredibly bad. So the Jax on their dicks. I should really stop using these kind of terms. The Jax is on top of them.
Picks it up, but look at
and what does Tarzan do?
They find a Miracle Steal. No, it's Beishwan that picks it up.
I love that. Really well played by Tarzan too. Because so Renata's doing great work. Jax is doing what he's supposed to do. The Galio flashes. The Galio flashes in, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure you should just Galioar instead of flashing in the way he did. Like, he really has, I don't know, like, he just doesn't, he's not really gonna get, like, the grandest Galioar by doing what he's doing now. But Tarzan burns Elk's R, and then he can obviously just teleport away. And he goes right back to where he was, which is where the Megadar is, so... This disrupted them there, this pushed these two up here by Tarzan, and now suddenly we have a 4v1, and a 1v1. Like, yeah, maybe you could say it's a 1v2 because Elk is right here, and so this is probably who he's going to focus. But this is kind of like what they created, which is very impressive. So yeah, look, notice he starts targeting this guy, but this guy's dead. This guy's dead. Then Elk tries to go for the big pull, but there's nothing left in the tank after that. He just didn't do enough damage. Yeah, I mean, Varus got hit by none of those feathers, by the way. And if I look at Tarzan, what does Tarzan do? Oh, Tarzan, you fucking magnificent beast. What the fuck? Ah, dude, he just played that fight so well. I don't know what to say. He played that fight so well. I mean, he deserved the penta. Like, he oh my god. Shanks probably played that the worst. Tarzan played that easily the best way he could have. Like, what a Chad. I don't know. What an absolute Chad. Shit. Oh, this is gonna feel such a bad game for them. Because the Zed is wicked ahead, and he can keep clearing, and then if he can actually push into your jungle ever, and take your camps, oh my god, Trundle's gonna be a sack of shit. I mean,
two items that Roa and Saras are both ball that is scary.
Oh, no flash. That pillar at so much value, but it's a beautifully timed cleanse coming. Oh, no flash.
Knight is also
I mean, it's not the worst, especially because Hope is so caught out.
No flash.
But was he throwing Renata? Was he throwing the Verisar at Xayah? No, he wasn't even doing that. So I wonder if Elk could have just held on to his aura a little bit longer, because he definitely could just start DPSing Hope.
No flash.
And then when the Renata aura actually comes out, then he can pop it, and they probably kill him.
So much value, but it's a
and that's on AL's fault. Like, I mean, they definitely should. Wow, he did a fuck ton of damage. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really sad about how this series has turned out in some ways, because I feel like Elk was literally the man. Like, honestly, like, him and Ruler were just, like, some of the most enjoyable ADCs, like, period, when they were playing, like, in the same league. But right now, like, from what I'm observing from Elk, sometimes he does cool shit, but like, he's kind of fucking up a lot. Like, yes, at this level, like, you know, you're not gonna say he's shit, because like, it's a very high level. But there's a lot of opportunities for Elk to actually do a lot of good. And he's just not that guy right now. Yeah, the Zed is just getting the Zed is out of control. I don't know what they do. Their comp is really shit for dealing with these situations. I mean, we're just gonna do it. We don't have any mega prepped.
I don't know if BLG want to go for Kitty just yet. Now the teleport has arrived.
I mean, the Renata R was just right on them.
And AL find the advantage.
He's dead, but like,
not save Shanks. But the fight is still begun. It is going to be going in.
oh, Tarzan, my fucking beauty, dude. Oh my god. Honestly, I don't know if I've seen a Zed jungle, and like, how many Zed jungles have I even seen in competitive? A handful. And I'm not gonna lie, not a single one has come remotely close to this being this good. I mean, that's all I can say. None of them remotely become this close. They're just so fucked. The Renata R's have been amazing. Like, the Renata R's have been amazing. The Zed has been absolutely stellar. The Jack's done his job. The Galio has done a reasonable job. He could have done a little bit better, but he did a reasonable job. And at the end of the day, you know, like I said, I think AL is just a lot better in these fights. Just way, way, way better in these fights. Like, they know what their comp kind of wants to do. Yeah, there was some fucking hard inting in, like, was it game 2?
Tarzan are gonna have a massive flank, but right now is BLG looking to go forward. They land the charm into Kyle, but Shanks is here with the hero's entrance. Big finally props Mega, but it's not gonna be in time. Hope takes him down and on. He's gonna be targeted by the death mark. He's spinning. He's not taken down just yet.
Get the fuck out of here, Tarzan, motherfucker.
To outplay everyone.
Fuck you, dude. God damn it. Dude, just get to the end of the game, please. I just want to say who my MVP is. Like, Let me just say what the MVP is. I really need to now think about how I think of these teams. So for BLG, like obviously they do have still very good players, right? But these mistakes they make, I mean, I don't see them beating a fucking Korean team. I'm not gonna lie, I just don't see it at all. Especially Genji, who just does not give you space when you like when they're ahead. As for like EU teams and LTA, like FlyQuest, even then it doesn't feel like they would just win. It's just not based on like their level of, like the amount of mistakes they make, because they have really great moments, but the mistakes they make in some of these games are just like, it's really bad. Yeah, I mean, of course that's it. I mean, guys, this is so easy. This is so easy. MVP is Tarzan. 100%, 1000% Tarzan. Just a beautiful Zed game. The MVP of the series, honestly, it probably is Tarzan. It probably is. Like, I think all these guys had a, like, I think Shanks had his moments. He definitely had like various like errors that he made in each game, while also making some amazing plays. Like their mid jungle for sure is like their big strong point. I love it. They actually do use each other very well. I think Kyle, very good game, like very good series. Like probably would be my second choice, just in terms of like the moments he had, like on Rel, on this pick, even in this game. Like he found some very good chances. Hope, solid. Flandre literally handled this spell probably the best he could in many ways. For them, been pretty disappointing. Beichan, I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm really sorry for mispronouncing it, but very flat series by him. Knight, it's like there was moments where I did enjoy what I was seeing from him, but he's too inconsistent, way too inconsistent for being like an all-star. And the problem is that your three big players are all inconsistent. There was not a like throughout the series, I did not think, well, like, yeah, Elk was just the guy. Yeah, Knight was just the guy. Yeah, Bin was just like, none of them could bring that, and that's awful. So they can't win against like a world's level team if that's how they're playing. The worst player of this game specifically, it actually might be On. You know, I feel like this guy kind of went a little too deep too many times, and that was pretty awful by him. Like, this is kind of like where I'm feeling for how this game went. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty excited for AL. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I said, I mean, they make their own mistakes, but they're very technical when it comes to these fights. Like they have good approaches. They snap engage the second they see it that it's good. Like, oh, they crossed this line, we're going in. Like, oh, we have this advantage with the flank, we're going in. And the fact that they have quick decision making like that makes them very scary. And if you're not a team that's like prepped to handle that, and I saw the LCK team fights. Trust me, those LCK team fights, there was like almost always one person fucking something up. So it's not like LCK is a master team fighting like region either. They're just very good macro wise. And then obviously they're good team fighting wise, but like from what I saw from AL, I don't think any of them actually were that consistent on like the level AL can bring. The only downside of AL is that, yeah, they're over chasing, like especially in game 2, like they kind of toyed too much. And if they can clean that up, like holy shit, that's very interesting. So yeah, this is definitely worthwhile. I'm pretty happy that I ended up watching the LPL series before MSI started, just to have an idea. And I did not know anything about AL. I didn't know anything about Shanks, and like how the squad plays together, and they're fun. They're a very fun team. So yeah, that was pretty much the entire series, guys. I really don't have anything else to say at this point. I am going to end the stream. Is 2 hours. We did 4 games in 2 hours. That's not bad. Honestly, sometimes I'm pretty like slow, but this was very, very good. I just wanted to try streaming for once, because I think streaming for some days would be fun instead of me just always recording like game by game by game. And I didn't really announce it on Twitter or anything like that, so I'm not surprised that, like, you know, it's like I just wanted to test it out. I don't even know if it was gonna be good, but it's the same how I do a VOD review. And yeah, it was fun. And now I gotta do some other stuff, but I'll definitely do this again.